Hey everybody, it's Ray's Readings and Oyuk. We are back again for another extended reading for everybody. So this is following up the first part of the readings that we recorded over on Instagram today. So if you haven't checked that out, there's a link below. I highly recommend that you sit through that before watching this video. Alright guys, so before we get into any of the cards, I'm just going to give you all a very quick explanation of my buddy here, Oyuk. So this is Oyuk. He is handmade by me. He was an idea that was channeled to me last year sometime in 2020 through spirit. They let me know that this little fluffy teal friend wanted to come through. He wanted to be manifested into the physical so that he could be here to support me, to encourage me to speak my truth and support me on a mental, physical, emotional, spiritual level. So he is not just a prop or something that I purchased. He's very much so much more than that. He is basically like a spirit guide channeled into this physical form that you're seeing here right now. So if you would like to know more about him, a lot more based, oh my god, besides that quick little explanation I just gave here, I do have some videos out there for you all to check out. There is one that is available for everybody to watch over on my Instagram. It's called Explaining My Fluffy Friends. Just look for the thumbnail. That is me, Oyuk, and another fluffy friend I made named Chia. And then I do have about 4 or 5 videos at the moment over on my Patreon page. If you want to check that out, there's a link to that below. There's also a little Patreon button on my main channel page here on YouTube. So you can head on over there, choose whatever tier price point works best for you. You will have full access to everything that I post over there, no matter the tier that you choose. All right, guys. So again, before we get into any of the cards, let's start off and join in together with some energetic healing and cleaning and clearing with the singing bowl here. All right, guys, let's do that. Alright, everybody, I hope you are all doing well out there, staying safe, staying in love as much as possible, and staying away from fear as much as humanly possible. Alright, so just to give you all a very quick gist on what went down in the first part of this reading over on Instagram, although I still highly recommend that you just head on over there and watch that before sitting through this one. We have the Hierophant upright, then we have the Sun in reverse, and then we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. Also, I apologize about my nails, guys. These two fell off, unfortunately, so it looks a little funny, but it's okay. So basically, the quick gist, the energy that we have coming out is it's like, you know, there is something that you need to do, something you want to move towards, something you want to speak on, some truth and some clarity you want to provide, but you don't feel right about it right now. You feel a little bit off right now. The energy is just not right. You're not feeling in your confidence, in the joy to do it. So you're restraining your whole, you're like taking a step back, you're holding yourself back from charging ahead and doing the thing that you know you're not in the right headspace, not the right space at all to be doing right now. So you're taking some time out to really work on yourself, work on your energy, and try to get yourself back into a better place so that eventually you can move forward and do this. And this will be in the upright position, this Knight of Swords. So, you know, you're being responsible with your energy and your actions, and you're choosing not to just act brashly and jump ahead into things that you know it is not time for. So again, it's just a very quick gist. I would highly recommend that you just watch the reading that I did over on Instagram. So there is a bit of a stuck up, restricted energy within the reading. I was only recording for about 14 minutes and my jaw muscles were all like tight and tense and everything, so that just know that that energy is here. It is present within the readings, and yeah, the readings today. The messages are not flowing out super effortlessly, so there's a bit of tension here right now, and that is absolutely okay. So I'm going to pull some more cards. This is the Rider-Waite Tarot Gold Sun Edition, by the way, just in case you wanted to know what deck it is. It's very lovely. I appreciate it a lot. I use it a lot. Yeah, so let's see here. All right, interesting. So we have quite a few cards coming out, but we have the Empress coming out. So let me just organize this a little better. I have like a little drawing tablet thing over here, so I always like stand the cards up against it so I can see them. So if you ever see me like looking to the side over here in these readings, that's what's going on. Is they're like on a little easel for me here. So we have the Death card coming out in reverse. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune coming out right after that. Then we have the Seven of Swords. No, sorry, Five of Swords. Five of Swords. And then we have the Empress coming out. I'm going to get a few more cards before I start to speak on what is going on here, but there's definitely been a transformation, or you know what? No, there's a need for a transformation with this Death card in reverse, because the Death card upright symbolizes that a transformation is happening or it already has happened. As this card does not mean literal death, it's just change, transformation, things falling away to be reborn anew kind of energy. This also is the Scorpio card in the tarot. The Sun card is it Leo? It might have to do with Leo. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just getting... So, it doesn't matter what sign you are watching this video. If it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, it does not. All right, interesting. Okay, I'm starting to see what is going on a little bit better here, because we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse coming out after the Empress, and I'm talking about how... Okay, these two are coming out. All right, then we have the Lovers and the King of Cups. Interesting. So I found it interesting that the Hierophant card is coming out, because in yesterday's reading, I believe it was, I was talking about how this year is technically a number 6 year. So it's the year of the Lovers this year. And last year was year number 5, which was the year of the Hierophant. So it's interesting that we had that coming out first, and now we're having this Lovers card coming out. So what I'm seeing here is this is like a intertwining message, but there's a need for change, there's a need for transformation, and that is why you are feeling off here with the Sun card in reverse, because the energy needs to move, it needs to shift, it needs to change, and that's why you're feeling like you can't move forward right now and do the thing, rush towards the thing that you need to, or you feel that you need and want to go towards. The Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight in the deck. It's a very swift action. So right now with this Hierophant, where you are very responsible and reserved, you're not rushing ahead towards things that you're not ready for. It is not go time right now, so I have to just take a step back, take a seat like he is here in the card, and get my faculties together is what I'm hearing. So you're doing that. You're being responsible. You recognize that something is awry here, something is amiss, and you know that a change needs to happen, a change needs to occur. And so, again, you're not taking action quite yet with this Knight of Swords. So what I'm seeing is like the change that needs to happen here is we have this Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So you're not feeling abundant, you're not feeling secure in yourself and what it is that you're building. This Nine of Pentacles upright, to me, is the energy of the happily, successfully single card. You are self-sufficient, you are relying on yourself and your own means, and this is in reverse. So you're feeling insecure, you're not feeling very capable of taking care of yourself, of your finances, of your material things, of your well-being. You're feeling like things are not adding up for you, things are not exactly where they should be for you. So you're taking the responsible route of the Hierophant, and you're saying, okay, I have to take a step back, I have to sit back here in this situation, and I have to figure out what is going on. I have to get myself to a place where I am feeling more secure in myself. And the Hierophant is committed to something. And to me, in this situation, in the context of this reading right now, you are committed to trying to figure yourself out, try to figure out your stability, and getting back to a place of feeling empowered and secure in yourself and self-sufficient. Now, the change that's needed is, what I'm seeing here with this Nine of Pentacles is it has to do with this Empress card. So you're the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. You're not feeling happily, successfully single. You're not feeling secure in yourself. But this is the change that you need. You need to feel like the Empress. You need to feel secure in yourself. You need to feel like you have everything together. The Empress is all four queens in one. So she is stable with her passion, her desire, her fire, and her lust for life. She is also stable and secure with her finances and her material well-being, the material world. She is also very stable emotionally. She is emotionally mature, secure, and she also knows how to use and wield her words correctly. And right now you're in a state with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse where you're feeling like you can't speak. I'm getting that is probably what this stuck up, tight, restricted, clenching energy is that I'm feeling manifesting in my jaw in this reading, is that you can't speak. You're on silence. You're restricted from communicating what it is that you need to communicate. And the Empress, she's not restricted in those things. She has a handle on everything that she needs to have a handle on. I'm seeing 1111 on the timer here just now. So again, that is a card of balance. That is a card of, to me, two different portals, two different doorways that can be moved and walked through right now. And the Empress card, the way that these Roman numerals are, there's those little portals as well. There are two doorways represented there. So a change needs to be made so that you can step into your full Empress energy. And you know what is funny about all of this coming out in this reading today is in yesterday's reading, we had the Emperor coming out, and we also had the Lovers coming out in yesterday's reading. So something is going on here. Something is aligning. Now, yes, what I'm seeing is here's the change, the Wheel of Fortune. All right, the wheel is moving, destiny is moving, the wheel is turning, the ball is getting rolling, change is happening. It's going to happen in the divine timing that it needs to happen in the right time. That's what I'm getting. So you're feeling stuck and you're not feeling right because it's not time to move. And you know that it's not time to move, but it hasn't been time for the change to happen because it's been very necessary for you to sit back in that Hierophant energy, take a step back, take out and just watch and observe and let things come to you. In this Hierophant card, people approaching the Hierophant to me, asking this Hierophant for advice. And so again, this is the energy of being more receptive to life, to your situation, to what needs to come forward to you. So it's like, this is not a time of action right now, and that will come because the change is here, the change is coming. And the Empress energy here as well, this very powerful feminine energy, is a more receptive energy as well, just like the Hierophant. She's sitting back on her throne. She's even got a big cushy pillow, as she should, as she is pregnant in this card. So she's taking care of herself and she's being receptive to what comes towards her, but it's in a different way, in a different energy. I'm getting that she's flourishing with the forest that is appearing behind her in this card. It's like a different matter of duty and responsibility than the Hierophant. The Hierophant I'm getting would just be giving spiritual life advice to those that approach them, whereas the Empress is taking care of everything. It kind of makes me think of Cleopatra and her reign over Egypt. And I don't know if you know anything about her, but there are many stories of her actually being a very organized diplomatic ruler, where she was taking care of her people, making sure that everybody was fed. People would come in and be like, hey, we have some stuff going on with the crops aren't growing right, what do we do? And she would find a solution. And then people are dying, people need medicine, what are we going to do, queen? And she would figure it out. So it's like, that's the vibe I'm getting from the Empress, is no matter what the issue is, whether it has to do with the material things, whether it has to do with people's passions and motivation, the pentacles, the wands, whether it has to do with people's emotional well-being, love, anything emotional with the cups, whether it has to be with communication with the swords, she is on top of it. She has the tools to handle it, whereas the Hierophant is not reaching into all of those realms. So it's good to be where you are right now and to be in that space, but the change has to come, the wheel has to turn where you can handle everything and anything that comes at you, like the Empress would here, and with grace, with dignity, with a strong sense of duty. Not that the Hierophant isn't feeling and tapped into that sense of duty and responsibility and dedication and discipline, but the Empress just has it all. You know, like I said, she is all 4 queens in one, so she is on top of her game here. So a shift is happening here with the Wheel of Fortune, and now with that shift we have the Five of Swords. So to me, this is the ending of conflict. I'm getting this as more inner conflict, even though we do have these people showing up here in the background where it's like there was a battle going on. I'm almost getting this scene as like a like an arena gladiator type battle where it was like, you know, all the combatants are fighting, because this stuff in the background here with all these little lines almost looks like it could be an illustration of like a bunch of crowd seating and a bunch of people sitting there in the background watching the fight go down. And it's like, no, this is not a public display of a fight, a disagreement, an argument, and a battle happening anymore. No, not at all. It is time to throw the swords down. We are all getting out of here alive, and we're picking up the pieces and we're moving forward. We are putting down this conflict, you know? Now, even though this person in the foreground here does have 2 swords in their hand, I'm getting it's like they've taken them away from the other people that we're not seeing here in this card that were all a part of the fight. So it's like they took them away so that they couldn't be harmed by them. And the 2 swords that are thrown down on the ground here are these 2 people who are walking away. Those are their swords that they were like, you know what? I'm done. I'm throwing in the towel on the situation. We're done with the conflict. Now, this could all be your internal conflict, all the different voices, all the different opinions you have going on in your head telling you what you should and shouldn't do. There's an end to that happening here, because this conflict is what was part of what was stopping you from being able to move forward and speak your truth, and part of what was making you feel really, really off with the Sun card here. But again, that change and that transformation is coming here with the Death card and with the Wheel of Fortune coming out. All right. So you're getting it together, guys. No freaking worries. So beyond these cards here, where it's like, all right, we're putting down the fighting, the struggling, the battling, the off feelings. Now we're coming out on the other side, and we are stepping into our inner authority when it comes to our feelings, our heart space, our emotions, and we're allowing love to come into our lives. We're accepting the love that we have for ourselves, the love that we have for the universe, for the people around us, and it could even be romantic love as well. I'm getting this Knight of Cups does have to do with a reading that I did a couple readings ago. It might have been 3 or 4 readings at this point ago that I did, and the King of Cups showed up, and he was, you know, trying to pursue this romantic interest that he set his eye on and was very interested in. And again, we have the Lovers coming out today. It came out yesterday in yesterday's reading as well. So it's very interesting that this is a recurring energy coming out here, appearing in these readings. So what I'm getting is that the shift is happening. You're stepping back into your inner power, your inner authority, your inner confidence. You're getting back on top of your game. You're not feeling so insecure and unstable with yourself, like this 9 of Pentacles in reverse. And because you're feeling more stable in yourself, you're putting down the fear, the conflict, all of that nasty shit. You're getting yourself into a space where you can be open back up to your heart, to your emotions, and to love, to possibly even a romantic partnership as well with somebody, if that is what it is that you were seeking and wishing for. So I'm just going to pull another card or two, see the last of the messages that need to come out here, and then I will wrap up this portion of the reading today. But I will be going on over to Patreon and doing another extended reading with some oracle cards and possibly even some charms, but we shall see. All right, we have the Knight of Cups. Hold on, let me just check the orientation of this as I just throw it. Okay, it's upright. I'm not going to go get it because it's a little too far, but it's upright. So the Knight of Cups, upright, and then we have the Eight of Wands, and then we do have the Tower showing itself here in reverse. So the breakdown already happened. I'm not going to pull that card out, but it did just want to be known and acknowledged. So with that Knight of Cups that flew a little too far away from me, again, we have the King of Cups. There's that progression of being able to move, of being able to move forward towards, your heart's desire, what is good for you, your highest good here. And what I'm getting with that Knight of Cups is, so instead of being in this Knight of Swords energy, even if this was upright to me, this is a fast-paced, almost desperate energy where it's like, I gotta get there, I gotta say something, like it's just very amped up, very anxious, very what's the word? It's like something wired. I don't know. It might just be amped up. I'm not too sure, guys. It's totally not coming to me. But yeah, you're just in that Knight of Swords energy anyways. It's like a desperate, like, I have to do this. I have to rush forward into this. And the Knight of Cups over there, I'm sorry I can't show you because it's too far for me to get. I don't want to disrupt the reading that much. But, he's taking his sweet-ass time. He's coming forward. He is calm. He is cool. He is collected. And, like, that's the energy that you want to be in. That's why you need to take that time out as the Hierophant and not rush and forge ahead when the energy is not right, because rushing towards somebody or something in a energy of desperation and being overwhelmed and, just, I got to get the message across, and you're not giving it the time and the grace that it needs, it might not go over so well, and again, we do have this Eight of Wands, to me, clarifying a fast-moving energy. So to me, this is signifying and clarifying for me that, yes, that Knight of Swords is a fast-moving, not super well thought out kind of desperate energy, but to me, this is also speaking on that your change here, this Wheel of Fortune, is going to come really fast for you. It is going to happen quicker than you think it is. Maybe even this reading, sitting through this, is going to trigger something within you that it switches everything for you. I hope that happens for you if that's something that you need to happen. If not, do not worry about it. Take it at your own pace as it needs to happen. Don't worry about trying to get everything done super fast. But the Eight of Wands, the fast-moving energy, is here, so I just have to touch on it. So something is turning around very quickly, and it could even just be your mindset of thinking, you know what, I don't have to rush. I don't have to rush. I don't have to be desperate. I don't have to be anxious, because whatever is meant for me will be there for me. All right, it's not going to pass me by. If it is truly, truly meant for me and for my highest good, if I'm meant to have this experience, it will not pass me by. Okay, so you can have the safety and the security of that Knight of Cups to just take your sweet time. I'm just gonna see if I'm like missing anything on the card. Yeah, no, he's just moving forward with grace, with dignity, not in a desperate, overwhelmed energy. And again, this is the King of Cups. What is he doing? He is sitting back on his throne in his confidence, knowing that whatever is meant to be will be. Whatever is meant for him will not pass him by, and that this love, this higher love, whatever it may be that you want to see in regards to love in your life, it is there. It is always available for you, and it's not going anywhere. Okay, guys? So give yourself the time to have that grace, take your time, approach in the speed that you need to. Do not feel that you need to rush ahead just to, don't act out of anxiety and fear. Things don't tend to turn out super well if you do that. I know that for myself very well, and I've heard many other people say that as well, that in their personal experience, every time they act out of fear or anxiety or anger, things just don't turn out the way that you would like them to. All right, so if you take your time, just act out of love, out of peace, and feeling solid and feeling good within yourself and your actions, I believe all will be well for you guys. Okay, All right, that's going to be it for this portion of today's reading. Like I said, I will be extending it over on Patreon. There's a link below to my Patreon if you want to go check it out. I will be pulling oracle cards and possibly some charms for you all to just cap off this energy for today's readings. All right, guys, I also do offer personal readings. Right now they are going for $40 Canadian per reading. That's an hour or a little bit more if I need to go over to get the messages out. So if you feel called to me as a reader, if you feel like you resonate with me, I'd be very happy and very honored to help you out with whatever situation you're having right now and you would like guidance on. So please just reach out to me. You can DM me on Instagram. You can message me on Facebook Messenger. You can email me at raisereadings@gmail.com. Whatever you need to do to get hold of me, I will be here. All right, guys. So have a wonderful rest of your day, night, whenever you're watching this. And my buddy Oyuk and I will see you all real soon. All right. Goodbye, guys.